Voters heading to the polls next Tuesday in the recall elections here in Wisconsin of 6 Republican senators. The efforts have brought in record amounts of campaign cash and national interest to the state. The night team's Theo Keith looked at the numbers across Wisconsin and joins us now. Theo.
Eric, one campaign watchdog says the spending will smash records by Election Day. The millions reported by outside groups only rivaled in millions coming from groups that don't report. Candidates and watchdogs say the ad blitz is out of the hands of those running, with some saying it's just out of control.
Republicans
tired of the noise?
Oust Luther Olson.
TV ads and the recall efforts are breaking records.
Tell Fred Clark.
Many negative.
Raise taxes on families.
Almost all coming from outside groups.
Bankrolling his campaign.
Like this one attacking Republican Luther Olson in the 14th District. It came from the group We Are Wisconsin. WisPolitics reports that group has spent more than $2 million.
Fake employment for criminals.
This one ripping Democrat Fred Clark comes from the conservative group Club for Growth, which doesn't report spending.
The advertising is just off the charts.
Mike McCabe monitors campaign spending for the Wisconsin Democracy Campaign. He says this election is unprecedented.
We're in uncharted territory. We've never seen these many recall elections. We've never seen the kind of political circumstances that have ignited all of this. But still, the sums of money that are being thrown around are really staggering.
Let's add it up. McCabe says outside groups have already spent 10 to 12 million. Candidates have thrown in another 5 million. He expects total spending to reach 20 to 25 million by the time the recalls are over.
And he says that's a problem.
These groups aren't accountable to any voter. So they can say anything, and what this does is it drives campaigning down onto the low road. It drives it straight into the gutter.
Even Clark and Olson in the 14th complained during a debate last week that the election was for sale.
You are getting inundated with ads that Fred and I have no control over.
At a minimum, I support requiring these third-party groups to disclose where all their funding comes from.
Combined, the two report raising about $350,000. Outside groups have reported $500,000 more than that on their behalf. And that, of course, doesn't include the unregistered groups that don't report how much they spend. And keep in mind, there are races elsewhere in the state that have cost a whole lot more.
Thanks, Theo. And let's look at another one of those races right now, more closely now at the spending in the recall race between Milwaukee area Senator Alberta Darling and Sandy Pash, her challenger. Union-driven We Are Wisconsin has dumped more than $1 million into TV ads there. The right-leaning group Club for Growth has spent more than $800,000 on TV ads alone. Out-of-state donors are helping candidates as well, donating nearly $100,000 to each candidate. The ad wars are only expected to heat up in the next week.